The night of November 13th, 1990, painted a chilling backdrop in the West End of Portland, Maine. Scott Sampson, a 26-year-old father of two, had just departed a small gathering where he had been drinking, riding off on a bicycle. Scott, known for his adventurous spirit and a penchant for the mischievous, parked the bike and strolled into a 7-Eleven, not realizing that this ordinary evening would soon turn into a life-altering tragedy. Inside the 7-Eleven, Scott indulged in some hot dogs, a snack that often characterized those late-night cravings. As he left the store, the clerk noticed him engaged in conversation with another man. It seemed like they knew each other, though the details of their connection remained shrouded in mystery. Little did anyone in the store realize that this fleeting interaction would be one of the last moments anyone would have with Scott. As the night pressed on, the police patrolling the streets noticed Scott engaged in a scuffle with a man at the same location. But perhaps due to the assumption that it was just another one of those late-night quarrels, they did not intervene. Little did they know that this altercation was a prelude to a sinister and tragic event about to unfold. Around 1 a.m. in the hushed streets, a man lay unconscious in front of the Pine Street variety store, the bicycle he rode standing nearby. Scott had been left for dead, with the store owner passing him by, thinking he was merely intoxicated. His final moments spent beneath a phone booth with a quarter resting on his back, perhaps in a desperate, last-ditch effort to call for help. It was a chance encounter by a passing couple that ultimately prompted a call to the police. When the officers arrived at the scene, the grim discovery was chilling. Scott Sampson had been taken from this world. The cause of his death remained a closely guarded secret, but a private investigation by his family unveiled the horrifying truth: he had been brutally stabbed and left to die on the street, with his black onyx ring the only item missing. As the sun rose on that fateful morning, Scott's family was left with the unimaginable pain of his loss. They would never again hear his laughter, enjoy his mischievous grin, or witness his boundless acts of generosity and love. He was the youngest of 5 siblings, and his sister Sandra, who shared treasured memories of her brother, described him as a devoted father who would travel great distances to see his sons, even if just to bring a card or a toy. She remembered Scott as a man who loved adventures, camping in the backyard with his son Sean with hopes of bringing his son Kyle along when he got older, and hitchhiking across the country with a fearless spirit. The memory of Scott's face and his infectious smile lingered with his sister, but so did the haunting pain of his absence. She recalled their last meeting, an encounter that still haunted her, knowing that her brother's killer remained at large. His sons, Sean and Kyle, remained unwavering in their pursuit of answers regarding their father's fate. They refused to relinquish hope, keeping the case alive in the media and the public eye. Sean, who had been diligent since he was just 15 years old, had taken the reins in recent years. Both of them longed for resolution, yearning for the day when the person responsible for their father's tragic demise would face justice. Their mother, Lisa, misses Scott dearly, with her pain amplified when their favorite songs, Dust in the Wind and Free Bird, graces the radio waves. Scott's family expressed to me that they have no keepsakes of Scott, but a ring kept by a friend that has not been returned to them. They would love to have this cherished item to remember him by. Today, on November 13th, 2023, the 33rd anniversary of Scott's murder, his family and loved ones still yearn for justice. This case, the second oldest unsolved murder in the state of Maine, remains a puzzle with missing pieces. Portland police diligently work to bring closure, but without DNA evidence or new leads, it's likely that someone with knowledge of the incident needs to come forward. Someone, somewhere, knows something, and it's their moral obligation to reveal the truth. For 33 long years, Scott's family and loved ones have lived with unanswered questions, an agonizing absence, and a wound that refuses to heal. Perhaps, on this anniversary, Someone's conscience will finally compel them to step forward and provide Scott's family with the closure they so desperately deserve. If you possess any information regarding Scott's murder, please contact the Portland Police at 207-874-8575.